Well, if you don't know it already, Donald J. Trump just became the 47th president of these United States of America. Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. I stayed up until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I took a long nap, got up at 4:30 just to discover that Donald Trump sits at 277 electoral college votes and even won the popular vote. Wow. And Kamala Harris is at 224. I am so happy. It looks like he's leading in Michigan. He got Wisconsin, got Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Those swing states, and also Nevada and Arizona are leaning for him, and he'll win Alaska. But that's what it is right now. And you know, the other side, they're not too happy, but we're going to get into it. But before we do, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, watch the video to the end. Let's get into it.
Laugh out loud. I mean, that is the acronym we're going to be using today. The woke, lefty, progressive, so-called liberal tears today are frankly a joy to behold as their woman, their diversity appointment. She must be good. She must be great because she's a woman and she's black and she was chosen for those reasons. And she's, well, not Trump, which was, as far as I could tell, pretty much the only reason she campaigned, the only policy she offered in Kamala Harris's entire shtick. It was just, I'm not Trump, he's awful, he's a fascist, I'm not him. Well, she's lost. She has lost more badly than pretty much any Democrat has for decades, it would appear, on the numbers that have come in. Not a single county across any state, across America, where any result has been declared, has seen her reap any more votes than, or even as many votes as Joe Biden in 2020. That tells you something, doesn't it? Well, there we are. The woke lefty progressive tears are flowing today, but there is an awful lot of cheer. Now, whether or not people should be cheerful about a Donald Trump victory is yet to be seen. But I, for one, I'm going to be honest with you, having wept with horror in 2016 at Donald Trump's victory, and having kind of shrugged with, well, I think it's the right outcome in 2020 when Joe Biden won. I've got to be honest with you, really damn chuffed that Donald Trump has won today. I've been saying for weeks, if I had a vote in the US election, I would, on balance, choose Donald Trump.
Yes, clearly leftists are crying out there in these streets. And you know what? Before I get into one of the biggest lefties, yes, Joy Reid of BSNBC, I got to call her out. But I want to, did you guys notice that Kamala Harris did not even speak at the watch party? I mean, she just left. She's supposed to speak today, but normally in that routine, isn't that something that you just normally do? But she chose not to do. I guess she just couldn't handle it, that she lost. Check this out.
All right, we got to interrupt here. This is a spokesperson for the Harris campaign.
Good evening, Howard.
Let's listen in at Howard University in Washington, D.C.
Good evening, HU. I want to say good evening to all of the Harris campaign, the campaign family. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the promise of America. We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight.
Won't hear from her tonight. Just won't hear from her. So when will they hear from her? Wow, this is amazing. I am just so happy. And you guys, I know I call you the warriors. We're the warriors, prayer warriors. And we were praying. I wanted to lay out on the floor. Did not end up laying out on the floor praying, but I was praying. As I told you, I stayed up to 1 o'clock in the morning. And this is magnificent. And you know, people that I grew up with, that I've known all my life, on my Facebook, there are a lot of clefty lefties, and they are not happy. They are mad. They're saying that how could America vote in a racist? Someone actually posted that on X. My response was, Yeah, you're right. We're tired of racists. That's why we didn't vote in Kamala. That's why we voted for Trump. We're tired of the racists. And some other people said, you must be confused. Biden didn't run. He wasn't running. So that's why we vote the way we vote. And it's amazing how people think differently. I mean, you're not going to get everybody to agree with every single thing about you. That's just normal. We should still be able to sit down and talk about the things we do agree with. We're going to agree with something, but I was just so happy with the results coming in. Oh, thank God. I went to a Trump rally Sunday in Macon, Georgia, and then a couple days later, Donald Trump wins. So I'm very happy, and I hope you are too. But let's check out what the Clefty Lefties on MSNBC had to say.
Well, the results were nail-biting for many people watching, barracking for one team or the other. But here's the moment that the news broke on air that Donald Trump would be the next president of the United States after he'd won Pennsylvania.
In what is going to be the biggest political phoenix from the ashes story that we have ever seen.
This is a huge historic moment in the United States of America as the former President Trump is closing in with just a few electoral votes away now from clinching 270 as Pennsylvania is called for Donald Trump.
There is no path, Brit Hume, for Vice President Harris.
That was the moment. The markets and cryptocurrencies reacted very well to the news that Trump would return to the White House. But not so much the TV hosts on MSNBC. They could barely hide their upset, and one called the whole of Florida an extremist, right-wing, fascist state.
It's a pure Project 2025 in miniature in Florida, and that kind of extreme, sort of extremist, right-wing, fascist-type government in Florida, does that make it a more attractive place?
There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to, and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months.
The postmortem for what went wrong with the Kamala Harris campaign has already begun.
They want to label this man a racist. And if you know his history, I'm talking about decades and decades ago, way before he became president. He's done a lot of kind things for people. I'm going to do a video on that and you can check it out. These are things that Donald Trump himself does not even talk about. They want to label him a fascist, a dictator. And remember what I tell you, they project. The Democrats project what they're going to do or would do if they had the chance off onto Donald Trump. But he's the exact opposite of a fascist. He's already been president. He already served a successful 4 years, and there was no dictatorship. Gee, let's see how Kamala Harris became the nominee. She was appointed. She was not primary. No one voted on her. She has just as many votes as I do as far as being primary. She had 0. And also, anyone that says something they don't like, that person gets into trouble, like Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., and Eric Adams of New York City. And poor Peanut the squirrel. I don't even really know what happened there, but poor Peanut, rest in peace. But you see what I mean? They're calling someone else what they actually are. That is what happened. And I am so grateful that Donald J. Trump is the 47th president of these United States of America. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. If you have not already, click that notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.